The sun was a white-hot coin hammered into a cloudless sky when the first scream cut through the desert air. Jake Harlan dropped the wrench mid-turn, the metal clanging against the Ford's rusted fender like a gunshot. Two identical blurs, pink shirts, tangled black hair, tore across the cracked driveway. His daughters. 4 years old. Bare feet slapping red dirt. "Daddy!" Ava wailed, the word ripping out of her like a siren. "Mama's not waking up." Mia collided with his knees a half-second later, snot and tears smearing his grease-stained jeans. She fell and her eyes went funny and she won't answer. Jake's heart jackhammered so hard he tasted copper. The truck, the oil change, the half-empty coffee mug on the tailgate, everything vanished. He scooped both girls against his chest, their small bodies shaking like leaves in a dust devil. "Show me," he rasped, already running. The screen door banged behind them. Inside, the trailer smelled of burnt toast and baby shampoo. Sarah lay on the living room rug, one arm flung out, fingers curled like she'd been reaching for something just out of grasp. Her chest rose, shallow, too slow, but it rose. Jake dropped to his knees, the girls clinging to his back. "Sarah?" His voice cracked like thin ice. He pressed 2 fingers to her neck. Pulse, there, but thready. Her skin felt clammy, lips tinged blue. "Baby, can you hear me?" Ava tugged his sleeve. She was making pancakes and then she said her head hurt bad and she sat down and, a hiccup swallowed the rest. Mia buried her face in Jake's shoulder. "Is Mama dead?" "No," Jake said, the word a vow. "Mama's sick. We're gonna fix her." He fumbled for his phone, grease smearing the screen. 911, the operator's calm voice felt 1,000 miles away. 32-year-old female, possible stroke, yes, rural route 17, mile marker 9, hurry. He hung up and cupped Sarah's face. "Stay with me, darlin'. You hear the sirens? They're coming for you." The girl's sobs turned to whimpers. Jake needed them safe, needed his hands free. He carried Sarah to the couch, pillows under her head, then steered the twins to their room. "You be my big helpers, okay? Stay right here, hold each other. Daddy's got this." Ava's lower lip trembled. "Promise Mama wakes up?" Jake swallowed the boulder in his throat. "I promise I'll fight like hell." He shut their door, leaned against it a second, eyes burning. Then he was back at Sarah's side, counting breaths, whispering every memory he could grab: first date at the county fair, the night she told him she was pregnant, the way she laughed when he tried to dance. Anything to tether her to the world. Sirens finally wailed, growing louder until red lights painted the walls. Paramedics burst in, efficient as lightning. Jake rattled off what he knew: Sarah's migraines the past week, the dizziness she'd laughed off, the way she'd gripped the counter that morning like it was the only solid thing left. "BP's through the roof," one medic muttered. "Possible hemorrhagic stroke." They loaded her onto the stretcher. Jake followed, but the second medic blocked him. "Sir, we need space. Meet us at St. Mary's." The girls. He couldn't leave them. He sprinted next door. Mrs. Delgado, 78, oxygen tank and all, was already on her porch, arms open. "Go," she barked. "I've got the angels." Jake kissed his daughter's damp cheeks. "Be brave for Mama. I love you bigger than the sky." The drive to the hospital blurred, dust, heat shimmers, his knuckles white on the steering wheel. Every mile replayed the morning, Sarah humming while flipping pancakes, teasing him about the truck's latest rattle, kissing the girl's sticky fingers. Ordinary. Precious. Gone in a heartbeat. He reached St. Mary's as they wheeled her through the ER doors. A nurse intercepted him. "Family of Sarah Harlan?" "That's my wife." The word scraped raw. "She's in CT. We'll update you soon." Waiting rooms. I need to see her. Soon, the nurse repeated, softer. Let the team work. The waiting room smelled of burnt coffee and antiseptic. Jake paced until the linoleum wore grooves. He texted Mrs. Delgado, "Girls okay?" 3 dots, then, eating cookies. Praying. He stared at the crucifix on the wall, not sure what to bargain with. An hour bled into 2. Finally, a surgeon in scrubs approached, mask dangling. "Mr. Harlan?" "I'm Dr. Patel." Sarah had a bleed in her brain, subarachnoid hemorrhage. "We've stabilized her, but she's in a coma. The next 48 hours are critical." Jake's knees buckled. Dr. Patel caught his elbow. "She's young, strong. We're doing everything. Can I see her?" They led him to the ICU. Sarah looked impossibly small under the tangle of tubes and wires. Her chest rose and fell with the ventilator's rhythm. Jake took her hand, cold, but there. "Hey, babe," he whispered. "The girls need their mama. I need you. You fight, you hear me?" He stayed until a nurse gently pried him away. Visiting hours were over, but the fight was just beginning. Back home, Mrs. Delgado had tucked the twins into their bunk beds. Ava clutched Sarah's old teddy bear, Mia hugged the matching one. Jake crawled in between them, the mattress sagging under his weight. "Daddy, will the doctors fix Mama like you fix the truck?" Ava asked, voice small. Jake's laugh came out broken. "Doctors are better at people than I am at engines, kiddo." Mia traced the grease under his nails. "You always fix the truck." He kissed their foreheads. "Then I'll learn how to fix this too." Sleep didn't come. At 3 a.m., he sat on the porch steps, staring at the stars Sarah loved. She'd named constellations for the girls, Ava's arrow, Mia's moon. He texted his boss, "Family emergency. Need time." The reply was instant, "Take what you need." Dawn painted the desert gold. Jake loaded the girls into the truck, still unfixed, but it started, and drove to the hospital. Sarah hadn't woken, but her vitals held steady. He brought the twins to the ICU window. Ava pressed her palm to the glass. "Hi, Mama. We brought you drawings." Mia held up a crayon masterpiece, stick figure family under a rainbow. "See? You're the big one with the smile." Jake's eyes stung. He snapped a photo, sent it to Sarah's phone even though she couldn't see. "From your fan club." Days melted into a routine: hospital, home, Mrs. Delgado's casseroles, bedtime stories where princesses always woke up. Jake learned medical jargon, GCS scores, ICP monitors, the grim statistics Dr. Patel recited gently. He learned to braid hair one-handed while holding a coffee mug, to answer, "When's Mama coming home?" with, "Soon, baby, soon." Money frayed faster than his nerves. The shop held his job, but bills piled: mortgage, medical, the truck's overdue registration. He sold his grandfather's pocket watch, the one Sarah teased him about winding every night. The pawn guy gave him $300 and a sympathetic nod. Community trickled in. A GoFundMe appeared, Harlan Family Fight, started by the diner waitress who'd served them pancakes every Sunday. Strangers donated. The girls' preschool sent care packages. A local mechanic fixed the truck for free, left a note, "For the best dad in Lincoln County." On day 10, Sarah's eyelids fluttered. Jake was mid-sentence, reading Goodnight Moon for the 100th time, when her fingers squeezed his. "Weak, but real." "Nurse," he yelled, nearly dropping the book. Dr. Patel arrived with a team. Tests, scans, cautious optimism. "She's coming back to us," the doctor said. Slowly. The first word Sarah spoke was hoarse, barely audible, "Girls?" Jake bawled like a baby. He FaceTimed home, Mrs. Delgado held the phone so Ava and Mia could see their mama's open eyes. The twins squealed so loud the nurse threatened to sedate them. Recovery was a mountain. Sarah relearned to swallow, to grip a spoon, to form sentences without slurring. Jake became a fixture in rehab, pushing her wheelchair to physical therapy, bribing her with contraband chocolate. The girls visited on weekends, decorating Sarah's room with construction paper hearts. One afternoon, Sarah managed 10 steps with a walker. Ava and Mia cheered like it was the Super Bowl. Jake filmed it on his phone, tears fogging the screen. Later, he posted it to the GoFundMe with the caption, "She's walking toward us." Insurance fought them on coverage. Jake spent nights on hold, voice raw from arguing. A hospital social worker connected them to a nonprofit that covered the gap. Another miracle. 6 months after the bleed, Sarah came home. The girls had strung a banner across the porch, "Welcome home Mama," in purple glitter. Jake carried her over the threshold like a bride, even though she protested she could walk. The truck, finally fixed, sat in the driveway, washed and waxed by the same mechanic. That night, they ate pancakes for dinner. Sarah flipped them left-handed, the right still weak. The girls fed her bites, giggling when syrup dripped on her chin. Jake watched from the doorway, chest so full it hurt. Later, after tucking the twins in, he found Sarah on the porch swing, staring at the stars. He sat beside her, their shoulders touching. "I almost lost you," he said. "You didn't." She laced her fingers through his. "You fought." "We all did." He rested his head against hers. "I was so scared." "Me too." A pause. "But I heard you. Every day. Your voice pulled me back." They sat in silence, crickets chirping. Somewhere down the road, a truck rumbled past, headlights cutting the dark. Life, moving forward. Sarah turned to him. "Teach me how to change the oil." Jake laughed, the sound rusty but real. "Deal. But only if you promise never to scare us like that again." "No promises," she teased. "But I'll try." Inside, the girl's nightlight glowed through the window. Ava's snores drifted out, followed by Mia's sleepy murmur. Jake squeezed Sarah's hand. "We made it," he whispered. "We're just getting started," she whispered back. And under the desert sky, the Harlan family held tight, scarred, stronger, unbreakable. If this story moved you, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me your favorite part, and subscribe for more real-life miracles. Turn on notifications so you never miss a heartbeat. See you in the next one.